Hello and welcome to the FACEIT Season 2. We are going to get ourselves underway with a great game, but we may not be the people you're expecting to see today.
Look at this. What is this?
What is this?
I have not, yeah.
I just went up in skill points quite a few
well,
bits, so
okay.
I'm alright with that.
Keep in mind, we just raided the place, right? So DDK is out of here.
James Bardolph, gone.
Yep. A threat. You might have seen him.
Threat was supposed to be here for 2 months. Where is he?
Yeah, he's gone.
Long gone.
Shipped away.
So Twitch has invaded.
Yeah.
And taken over. I wouldn't normally wear a hoodie on stream, but my shirt apparently is not suitable for camera. My face is apparently not suitable for camera either, but I was like, well, there's only one thing we can go with here. So, what an exciting game we have for our random match that we're going to be casting.
Yeah.
You know a bit about one of these two teams. Talk to us about Fnatic.
Well, Fnatic is obviously my favorite team. Long-time rivals. Probably one of the best teams in the world. I was going to say best teams, but they've been getting beaten by TSM for the past 3 or 4 tournaments now that TSM attended, so they do have some competition. But yeah, for sure, at least top 2. And then you have NiP, obviously been struggling a little bit lately. Been coming back in the ESEA League. It was looking very grim for them. I think they had like a 2-win, 5-loss in the league. So I think I saw a stat where they won 9 out of their last 10 games. So they're climbing back. And obviously it's train today, so it's going to be a little bit of a toss-up.
So how much do you still keep in contact with your old, I guess, housemates, roommates, brothers in arms? You know, how much is Fiflaren still a ninja?
Well, I do talk to Friberg quite frequently. I played a FACEIT game actually yesterday. FACEIT game.
Wow.
Yeah.
Free advertising.
I know.
I know. Pay for that. Yeah,
they
how
should.
many Twitter followers you have? They should pay for that.
They should. But yeah, I played with Friberg and Forrest yesterday actually as well. I couldn't really say that I was tearing stuff up, 105 ping, but it's okay. They're boot camping right now as well, so that's also a plus that they're gonna have on their side. I think they arrived to the house, all 5 of them. Forrest, GetRight, and Xizt was probably there a little bit earlier, but Friberg and allu probably arrived 2 hours ago, so they got 1 game in before coming into this Fnatic game. So.
And your thoughts on them and their preparation going into not only this game, which is, you know, actually their first of the new season, but their thoughts going into the summer in general.
Well, they had a week break. I think yesterday was actually the first day of practice after the holiday that they had. I believe it was for roughly 7 days. Xizt was even in the studio here doing some casting. Friberg and the Forest attended Sweden Rock, which they always do during this time of the year. Allu, you know, sauna. I don't know. What does a Finnish person do when they're on holiday? They go you know, sauna. And then GetRight. I think GetRight was taking it easy, probably playing some CS. But looking good. I think that the small vacation that they got is just going to benefit them, especially coming into DreamHack Summer, which is going to start on Saturday.
Meanwhile, on the other side of the table, we have Fnatic, who have had, you know, just the best 2015 you could ask for so far, minus, you know, the few blips along the way, but can't win everything. They're going into this game as the favorites. You saw the stats coming up just a moment ago. They go in at about 66% favorites. Is that pretty much how you would place it?
I would think so, especially okay. It's gonna be Train, NiP. They've been struggling on this map a little bit. They've been playing some good teams on it and some bad teams on it. And I mean, last time at a LAN event, they lost to Vox on this map. So we're gonna have to see if they actually manage to fix what was lacking for them. But then Fnatic as well. I mean, again, it's a very new map, so you never really know where you have these teams. Considering that from what they've played, both teams seems to have a very decent T side and a pretty lacking CT side. So,
which is far from what you would expect on Train. Now, with NiP winning the knife round, which side do you think they're going to take? I'm going to find out before I can answer that question.
Again, I would still say that's very straightforward. Even though, yeah, sure, you might think that, oh no, it's Train, they should pick CT side. Keep in mind they've had a holiday for roughly a week. They played 1 game coming into this official game versus Fnatic. They're gonna be a little bit cold, so then it's good to start on the CT side, get some, you know, run and gun a little bit, you know, see how much you can pick up, and by the time you switch to CT side, you're gonna be more warmed up. So it's a good call from NiP.
You never did quite answer that big question. Do you favor Fnatic for this one?
I think I did. I think I said yes.
Just confirming. Here we go. live with the pistol as opening the shooting will be Friberg. Moving over towards Xizt, who leads the charge for the Ninjas. It's JW who opens up. Allu the Finn picked off, and Xizt will go down as well. Forest the only frag on the board for NiP. He and Friberg have one each, but they are left alone up against 3. And it is Friberg and his 16 points of health that's going to have to finish off the remaining Fnatic players. Olof and flusha go looking for him. And Olof and flusha come out on top. Fnatic pick up the pistol round.
Yeah, and 3 great kills by olofmeister. Again, I would still say that he's probably by far the best player in as of late in the world. Extremely consistent. Kind of picked up a Mad Fragger role as well. Rarely has a bad game. So it's gonna be tough, especially when he's playing like he's been doing as well as of late. So just to point out, for NiP on the T side here, you're going to see a lot of standard rounds coming in from NiP. You might see the occasional smoke round outside, but most of the time it's going to be pick and play, kind of what they're known for. And as far as Fnatic's are concerned, they're just going to try and hold. Nothing too special. JW will do JW things, like you saw there. He lost entry because he was rushing, but that's what you're going to see on their CT side.
Yeah, they do have 2 frags to their name. Pronax and JW go down, as Friberg and GetRight have come at the expense of those 2 kills, but that lowers the task somewhat for NiP, as allu is dancing across and is picked off by olofmeister from the Z hallways, and it'll now be the remaining 2 NiP players to charge down into that B site. And, we'll look to rush in a bomb plant here in the hands of Forest, and they will do exactly that, but he would surely make it no further as olofmeister finishes off the round. It'll be 2-0 Fnatic.
Yeah, good to get the bomb down. They NiP, since they didn't get the bomb down on the pistol round, they opted to buy armor and pistols, whatever they had. So I think on this round, what NiP should do is just buy smokes, do a smoke round outside, just try and get the bomb down, so they do can afford like the ops, the run after. I'm not sure quite what the NiP wants to do. I'm pretty sure it's just going to be allu opping on this map on the T side, but you never really know. It's Forest. If he wants to pick up the op, he's going to pick up the op.
Now, from your perspective, Fiflaren, what brings you to London right now? Where are you en route to? What will you be doing this weekend?
Well, I came to London obviously to meet the FACEIT guys, obviously the Twitch guys as well. During this weekend, I will be heading over to CRIMZ Summer. I will be doing some casting. Not as much as I would have probably liked, but you will see me. You'll see me around.
Esports, hashtag esports controversy right there. I never say the word hashtag. So.
Well, you changed your mind at least. Like midway.
Yeah. It was hard for me. It's going to be GetRight to lead this assault in for NiP, who go down towards that B bomb site. olofmeister opens up, joined by flusha. And mopping up 3 NiP players before Xizt does get 1. He will go no further. Fnatic have won the pistol and converted it to 3. We move into our first buy round here, and a big moment for NiP to get something on the board.
Yeah, and this is the... Again, you can see on Fnatic's money as well, they didn't really lose that many men during the eco rounds, which is great for them. As far as NiP is concerned, they do have all the smokes that they need. They have the op on allu. But again, like I was saying, most of the times for NiP, you're going to see a regular standard around here. Just allu peeking with the op. But you will actually see a push coming in from Fnatic, though.
It's going to be pronax and KRIMZ who a long way up. They will start their heads out, find the first and the second. Lovely play from pronax, and just shuts down that NiP assault before it can even begin. JW gets frag number 3. It's allu that goes down, and this NiP assault, whatever it was meant to be, has been dissipated down to just 2 men.
Yeah, and it hasn't even been 45 seconds yet. Everyone just gets torn apart.
Walk us through what the Fnatic team did right there. Just simple question of pushing when NiP weren't expecting to see them.
Well, I think it was a good call from Fnatic, just doing something unorthodox the first weapon round, just trying to catch NiP off guard, which they did. pronax with 2 great kills on the Ivy side, and then just JW just holding into T connector. You can see here, maybe Forest can show some magic. I jinxed it.
But you did.
Yeah, but no. So and also I do believe that Fnatic actually knows how NiP likes to play this map, even though it's a new map. Again, just thinking about how NiP plays normally on all maps, they do like to pick and play, and especially on a map like Train, just coming back to the old stages when the old Train was still in play. This is basically how I can still say we now, because by the time I was playing with NiP, the old map was still in play and whatnot. So But here you will see, you actually see the smoke round I was talking about outside now, trying to offload plants outside. We're going to smoke off basically like a line towards the bomb site, try and get the bomb down.
KRIMZ poked out, got himself the frag onto Friberg. The remainder of the NiP players trying to make their own way towards the A site, but Fnatic are laying down the fire. 2 return frags from NiP though. Forest and Xizt have them. It's KRIMZ with frag number 3 though, and Xizt has mere 10 points of health, but a frag for the count as well. It's pronax that's down, and now we're on a 2 versus 1. flusha and 87 points of health versus only the 81 on the combined forces of Forest and Xizt. Xizt will line up that AWP to cover the bomb that's now down. flusha has then picked him off, and it will be Forest versus flusha as they dance around the bomb site. Forest drops out, gets himself some damage onto flusha, but not enough! And flusha will take the exchange and will take the defuse.
Yeah, great eco by NiP. That's the smoke round I was talking about, where you basically you smoke off the entire site, you get the bomb down, and this is what I would love to see NiP do on a regular weapon round as well. Just get the bomb down, continue to do so. Just try and hold the after plant, and you know, you might push Ivy, you might just try and hold. But as you saw there, even with the minimal amount of weapons that they had, they managed to almost win the round. So I would definitely go for the same strat again if I was NiP.
Now, we were talking before the game about the attempts to make Train more T-sided, more open to get in towards those sites. Do you think that has worked?
I do believe so, because...
Hold on, we'll come back to that point as Forest picks himself up the frag onto JW. olofmeister lays down the Molotov and then follows up onto Forest. Looks for frag number 2, does collect it, and it is get right going. Wandering, sees KRIMZ, but only too late. And now it's Friberg and allu left standing. And allu is a very lonely Finn with a mere 7 points of health. And his AWP for company. Lots of dead bodies if he wanted to talk to them. And he goes to join them. 6-0 Fnatic.
Yeah, just to answer the question, yes, I do believe that this... It's not really a T-sided map, but it's more... You can get more rounds compared to the old Train, where, you know, you would be happy, if you didn't win the pistol, you would be happy to get, you know, switch sides with 3 rounds. Here it is more open, you have more coverage for the Ts and to work with, and especially on smoke rounds like that, you can even smoke inner, like when you go in, you can smoke off C connector, then you just get the bomb down.
Friberg and Forest have a frag to their name. Fnatic down 2 players against Xizt, who loses 26 points of health as he pokes out and retreats quickly away. olofmeister prowling on the scent of Xizt and will poke his head up. Who will spy each other first? First frag comes in from olofmeister, but Xizt turns around and drops him. Get right down. But the trade on olofmeister may well have been worth it. It leaves just KRIMZ and flusha to hold on to this perfect start for Fnatic. And it'll be only KRIMZ left standing. He is up at A and the bomb is over at B. He will soon be very much aware of that if he isn't already. But what's he going to do against 4?
Yeah, and if we can just maybe perhaps open the scoreboard here. Just want to see the money. Maybe not. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so as I was gonna mention, just considering Fnatic, they're up, they were up 6-0, and they haven't really lost that many men. For KRIMZ there, it would be great for him to just try and kill as many NiP players as he possibly could in that situation. Now he got killed right off the bat, so it didn't really matter. But
olofmeister and ZWP line up, and it'll be Forest we switch to, who gets shot round the corner and didn't connect. I think it was JW who was tossing out that smoke. Was able to escape. It wasn't JW if he's up here. But 6-1, and NiP now have a foundation to try and build some rounds upon.
Yeah, and again, you see here from NiP, just regular standard round again. allu in T connector, 2 inner and 2 IV.
Friberg
nothing too fancy.
Friberg about to go up against pronax. He pushes out as that nade comes towards him, and pronax, like a book, dispatches of the...
Yeah, and Olof actually tagged Forest there as well.
I'm going to ask you at the end of this round, what has contributed to olofmeister just going into beast mode in these past kind of 6 months or 9 months or so? But in the meantime, we'll follow what's left of this NiP assault, and it is only Xizt who is left standing 1 on 5. And JW hunting him down. He has escaped and has some 20-odd seconds to try and last out. we can't actually see the clock. 25 seconds, there you go. Good guess.
Almost.
And we'll go through. So what, yeah, talk to us about how players can go from being great players, as Olof always was back from his LGB days, and then a very strong player in the early Fnatic days, to what he is now, which is the form player in the game.
I think he just found his place within the team. He's getting... I mean, he works well together with everyone on the team. You know, you have Fnatic's kind of play where you have JW, you know, just running around doing his kind of thing, and then you heavily rely on the other four in Fnatic, and then you have Olof, who just keeps on getting better and better. He's getting all these crucial kills, and I can't really explain like what has happened to him the past few months, but obviously what he's been doing is working. So you see the smoke run again here coming in from NiP.
Forest is leading that assault as JW helps himself to 2 frags. Trying to run that bomb in. Allu is going to get the 1 frag in there. And Friberg did get the plant before going down. So not all lost on a save round for the Ninjas, but yeah. Fnatic still building up a hefty lead on their CT side.
Yeah, and again, you saw there, like NiP, they haven't really gotten the bomb down too often in this game so far. The rounds that they did get the bomb down was a smoke round, and obviously the round that they won as well, but the smoke round is something that they should build upon. They should just realize, okay, we're getting the bomb down, guys, and if we have weapons, obviously JW pushed into Pop Dog there, but just do the same round again. Get the bomb down and just play after plant, and you might actually end up winning the round in a fashionable way.
Now drawn into that exchange, but unable to pick off either Fnatic player on the other side over at the Z hallway. It's flusha who is waiting for him. JW and allu will do the dance. Here we go. Allu pops out, and JW this time unable to connect. Forest and Xizt elsewhere. Half fragged before pronax returns fire. And 2 to come through that smoke behind him as well. Goes looking for the next. Allu gets flusha before Xizt and Friberg both go down to complete pronax's hat trick. And now Allu with such an opportunity that he can see only the back of a hair of one of those Fnatic player that is JW. He's 2 on 2 in fact, as GetRight is still alive to help him, and pronax to be called into action. If pronax is to win this round for Fnatic, it will be an ace, as Allu races away. pronax waiting down for him on that B site, has not been able to spy GetRight just yet, as he sits elsewhere. Let's see, Allu away. pronax sat at the foot of the white train, will dance forward, may just have caught a glimpse of him, and there's Allu to stop pronax in his tracks and save that round for NiP. 8-2.
Yeah, great round by NiP. Again, they're doing their standard round. This round, Force actually managed to get out from T connector onto close to T hell, and by the time NiP started to throw a bunch of flashes everywhere, Force just ran towards Ivy. Managed to get that 1 player, but that was a very important key kill from NiP, even though pronax just shut down the Force and also Friberg in Ivy. It was getting that crucial frag there just caused Fnatic to over-rotate a bit too much.
So 8-2 the score in a window of opportunity. The question any play-by-play will ask is color in this situation. What is a good halftime score, given that we have 5 rounds left in this first half?
Well, considering that NiP hasn't really shown that much strength on their CT side, I would say for them, they should at least try and get 6 here.
No, no tall order. Only 4 out of the remaining 5.
It's doable.
Meanwhile, Fnatic very much in the driving seat.
And not much going on right now. Looks to be an inside fake coming in from NiP, just trying to cause a rotation.
Here we go, it'll be flusha raging down the fire onto Forest, as Xizt will ping the nades out, chasing out his opposite number. And his return, courtesy of flusha's grenade that comes right at him. We're using that smoke to try and get an eye onto any of the other trains, but there's nothing there. flusha has retreated now as Xizt comes looking for him. As they dance on the other side, Xizt will push right past flusha, goes looking for him, still hasn't quite got the kill. He's right in front of him, now he'll get the kill. And flusha, though, before doing that, was able to pick off Friberg. Opportunity knocks now for NiP as they look to put the bomb down, courtesy of GetRight. They get that, Xizt has another one on the board, and pronax will drop GetRight. It is all on Xizt, 1 on 3. He has already the other 2. He will go no further, and that will be Fnatic reclaiming that B site and taking their tally to 9.
Yeah, you saw there, NiP, they were looking a little bit confused, I must say. So the plan initially was just to get down 1 or 2 players down into the lower ramp inside and just fake it and go outside. When they lost that one member and Xizt actually managed to come down and he was through the smoke, the call was basically pretty simple from NiP, just walk inner then, because they lost the man, they don't have any map control whatsoever, so even if they were to just go off top dog, they wouldn't be able to take any control there, so.
Fnatic players now sat deep. NiP have
Oh, that nade.
taken a hell of a lot of damage onto allu there, down to 46 points of health. Frags coming in from KRIMZ as he picks up 2. JW has the 3rd. Forest did respond with 1 before losing his life, and this looks like to be another Fnatic conversion. Xizt hits a beautiful shot onto flusha, but he finds himself alone. He is not welcomed by his Swedes of opposite side. 10-2 the score.
Yeah, and look at the money on NiP here as well. Again, I keep on coming back to this, but they haven't done it. They've done the smoke round twice, and those were both eco rounds. Not a single time after. They haven't even tried with weapons. So again, now instead of doing the smoke round, they've gotten the bomb down both times. Instead of doing that again, just to get the bomb down and get some more money in their pocket, they opt to just buy 2 P250s and nothing else, just to try and save. In this situation, buy some smokes. Buy the 3 smokes that you need and just try and get the bomb down.
Elsewhere, olofmeister picks up first. Fnatic has now 4 before I can name another frag. And KRIMZ got 3 of them in the end. Nice clean sweep for Fnatic. And they are 2 rounds away from closing out this first half in some style. And let's see whether NiP take advice. They do have 3 smokes in their arsenal this time around. As their former member, Fifth Laren, urges them on.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the layout here. You will actually see the smoke round now coming in from NiP.
There you go.
Which is great news.
Will that make you happy?
Yes.
Well,
if they win.
Oh!
If they win this round.
Surely. JW is having to contest with it as flashes come in and Friberg is held back up. Allu will lead the push in with another one just rattling off the shots down towards KRIMZ, but olofmeister will get the entry frag, and allu then returns the favor. KRIMZ goes down. Xizt has number 2 for NiP, as allu's extended all the way past there. And get right, frag number 3 goes in, and this is looking good for them before JW and his AWP connect onto get right. pronax still standing as well. Xizt will swat that fly that was JW, but pronax alive and well with a bomb to defuse. Has 2 frags to his name, and Friberg to compete with as he goes hunting. And Friberg will spy him and slowly execute him. 1-shot kill. And that is NiP to pick up their 3rd round, but Fnatic are very much in control.
Yeah. You can call me the Godfather if you want.
I'm not going to.
I was actually gonna say, like, mid-round there, that NiP actually missed one of their smokes on the left-hand side on the bomb train. They worked with what they had anyway. They got the 2 entries, got the bomb down, managed to get into 1-on-1 situation anyway, where Friberg just played it cool, played it safe, and managed to clinch it around. But it was a great round nonetheless from NiP.
On board with JW, who's eyeing up those coming in through the B halls. He'll have plenty to shoot at. First frag is Forest. He escapes, looks for the second, gets the second. It's Friberg that goes down, and Fnatic have dealt such a crucial blow. A 5-man assault onto B has been eaten away by the ever-informed JW, who has gone away with just 2 points of health and will go no further, courtesy of allu, who will finish off that job. Any more for NiP as Get Right will get towards the bomb train and get the frag onto flusha. They've lost allu, though, courtesy of KRIMZ, who's going to get himself a 2nd frag right before that bomb goes down. It's Get Right at 11 points of health against 3 Fnatic players who will open up onto the 1st, but go no further. It will be 12-3 in favor of Fnatic, and a very, very solid first half from them.
Yeah, for sure. And from NiP's part, this is also why they, again, we were talking about it before, when they won the knife round, they opted to start the T side. Just imagine if they would have opted to start the C side here. Weren't hitting their shots, everything seemed very half-assed, very cool. Not at all warmed up, I would say. And then just imagine starting on the C side, which is supposed to be the easier side nonetheless. Even though it's a lot more balanced nowadays, it's still going to be a CT-sided map.
Now, we always analyze the scoreboard and the first person you look to when you're looking at an NiP scoreboard is Get Right. 3 frags that round. Very quiet first half.
Yeah.
Holiday blues or what's anything to read into that?
I wouldn't really say that it's anything to read into it. Obviously, when NiP is struggling, again, he's calling nowadays. And when NiP is struggling, obviously, Get Right's style of play is lurking. And when NiP is not getting the picks, he's instead of lurking, he's going to be trying to help them out instead. He's not going to get those lurk kills that he normally gets. So when they're in that kind of situation, it's going to be hard. Here we go.
The round starts well for NiP with 3 frags, 2 for Xizt, 1 for Friberg. Forest helps himself to number 4, and olofmeister retreats with 35 points of health and 4 very angry ninjas firing toward him. And we'll have to reset, and we'll have to pull off something quite sensational on this.
Is it just me, or I can't hear the footsteps? Well, now he's walking. But oh, it's a Go TV bug. Oh. I was like, did the Fnatic suddenly turn into ninjas?
Oh, I see what you did there. Anyway, olofmeister, we would assume, wouldn't be able to pull this off. It'll be NiP to pick up the first pistol round, and they'll look to build on this now.
Yeah, very important round from NiP, and you saw that. Like, I mean, the shots that were hitting there on the pistol round. Where was that on the T side? Where was that?
Where did you learn kind of like gangster? You know, from the streets of New York, you learned kind of like high-pitched gangster.
Yeah, you know, you got it.
Bro?
Yeah, what's up with that?
Wow.
Well, you
You're
got
from
it.
Brooklyn now. I mean, you got to.
Queens.
Oh, even better.
Yeah, you have to.
Have you learned any gang signs whilst you've been out there? Pop a cap in your ass?
You know, there's some, but I'm not going to show you. You know, it's
it's a secret.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a code.
No longer like you know free hugs from DreamHack, that type of gang. It's now more of like an aggressive off-stack.
But yeah, but here you see Fnatic as well. They only have 2 smokes. Pronax actually has 1 as well, but they forgot to smoke the other side of the bomb train.
3 quick frags for NiP. JW does answer back up, but it is olofmeister left alone once more. Coming from behind.
Oh.
Is going to go no further than the first frag on to Forest. So
yeah, so Fnatic smoke around there. They actually just smoked off the seat connector and also the bomb train. They did not smoke off the other side. The reason for that is because they had Tech 9s, they wanted to rush forward, and if NiP chose to peek them, they want to get the kills. When you buy that, when you have that extra smoke, just use it. Try and get the bomb again. Try and get the bomb. You can still rush with the Tech 9s. Rush through a smoke if you want, but at least get the bomb down. When you spend so much money and you want to go for that anyway.
Frag coming in, JW and Forest will exchange. A happy trade for JW there, you'd feel. And losing men elsewhere, though. It's Friberg onto KRIMZ, and Forest is hunting for the remaining Fnatic players, who he will spy escaping it. Forest extending in towards that smoke, has 1 to his left. Allu just fires a warning shot in the direction of flusha. Pronax will engage with Forest shortly. And they'll do the dance. 3 on 4, lower weapon advantage, and you wouldn't expect much from the Fnatic side here, but giving it all they've got. And NiP will clean out. And the deficit is now just 6.
Yeah, and for NiP's part, it's very important not to lose that many men when you're on these anti-ecos, because again, they're in a deficit. 6 rounds. If they want to, even if Fnatic wins that 1 round, they don't want to go to the point where, okay, we don't have any money, we can't buy. You want to try at least keep on buying, keep Fnatic on their toes, on their economy as well, and that's exactly what NiP's been doing here. They haven't lost that many men so far, and they could actually potentially buy next round, even if they lose this one.
First buy round of the second half sees Fnatic and JW with an eye on one of the NiP players who was trying to make a crossover up at A. Wasn't able to connect there. olofmeister down to 54 points of health as the shot gets rattled in, and olofmeister gets angry, jumps around the corner and dispatches the Friberg. And now we'll go looking for more as NiP lose the opening man, followed quickly by Forest, and Fnatic now with a 2-man advantage. JW has control of that, and as they push out, it's going to be Xizt to have to level up the numbers. Expecting a second man to come from the right. He's got more coming out of that smoke in a moment. It will come in the shape of KRIMZ, and Xizt is hunting for that as he goes looking. Xizt round the corner. KRIMZ puts an AWP between the eyes, and now it's just 4 players that separate, that NiP have to go up against. Wow, what a horrible line. As Get Right pushes in. That's the Get Right of old, getting himself the frag onto olofmeister. And now he and allu will have to hold on to this round. Pronax, though, comes in, dispatches of the Finn, and now Get Right 1 on 3. KRIMZ, flusha, and pronax with a bomb about to go down. This is where Get Right shines. Won't this time. KRIMZ picks up that frag, and Fnatic have number 13. They are 3 away from taking this match.
Yeah, and it was actually quite a strange peek from coming in from Friberg there on the Ivy side. He was hidden, he had the A4, so he's not going to be shown. If you have the silencer in that corner and you peek out, the silencer will actually stick out. He did have the M4, he was covering, he was holding the weapon towards the electric box, so you couldn't even spot him. One flash there coming in from Xizt, he could probably get 2.
Now we frag onto pronax. Forest takes a falling JW down. Olofmeister, KRIMZ, and flusha now have to do this round alone. Get Right has frag number 1, jumps down towards the smoke, has drawn out KRIMZ and will look to retreat. Friberg has the next frag. It's olofmeister that goes down, and now KRIMZ versus Get Right will be the end of this round, perhaps, as KRIMZ looks to collect the bomb. And will do so. Get Right spies him, jumping above him, and will not be able to react quick enough. It's allu who'll be next up for KRIMZ. Spots him, but can do no harm. And Xizt comes from behind and picks him off. 6 rounds to deficit once more, 13-7 the score. Your thoughts on that Fnatic attack?
Well, NiP opted to push that round, which was actually a very good call. Again, you see here, NiP struggling with money. They lost that round. They could afford to buy one more, and actually, they actually did win that round. So now again, Fnatic's on a save. And this is exactly what you want to be doing. And they only lost 1 man as well, so that round. So that's very important. So next round, even if they lose this one, they can still buy next one, which is super important for their economy.
Quick push coming down. The B halls will see flusha extend all the way out top. Xizt is looking for him. And there are, in fact, 3 Fnatic players up there lying in wait. They inch their way out. Now it is Xizt who will go clay pigeon shooting onto unarmed Fnatic men as they drop down 1 by 1, and they go down 1 by 1. NiP have 3 men cleaned up. Make that 5. 13-8, the deficit 5. And a comeback on for NiP as Fnatic starting to feel the T-squeeze here on train. Yeah,
they're grinding themselves back in the game. And again, Fnatic, they were hoping for a plant, couldn't get it down. Instead of just buying AKs and gills and whatever, they're just going to opt to go for Tech Nice and armor. And again, a bunch of smokes. So you're going to see the smoke round coming in from on the outside. On the outside bomb side again.
Open up the fragging with 2 of his own. Pushes in, and once you've done that, the rest of the work is oh so much more fun. Frag number 3, in fact, in the end, goes from Xizt, but allu will get the final frag. And Forest, I think, did get his 3rd. And NiP pick up that one without any response at all.
Yeah, and it's, again, NiP's playing it smart. They're pushing into Pop Dog just to make sure that if that smoke round comes, or even if they jump down Pop Dog, you're there and you're ready to counter them. So when Forest got the 2 kills, basically it's round over. You can't even expect a bomb plant in that situation, because you do need that kind of sandwich effect coming in from both Pop Dog and T-Connector.
What about that role that Forest can play when you're on his team and he just decides, you know what, guys, I'm just going to get 2. Just make it easy for us.
Yeah, you know, well, that's what he says in FaceTime. I'm going to get 2. Just mop up the rest, I'll get the initial 2, and then you can do whatever you want.
So he's a man of his word. As he opens up with a headshot onto JW. And we'll lie in wait. Olofmeister down to 27 points of health as well. And you sense a little bit of confidence coming back into this NiP side as they can pull themselves into double digits and just a 3-round deficit, which on train is very doable on the CT side. But no sooner would one write off Fnatic than someone like Olofmeister would go and do something crazy. He does exactly that. Right on cue, Olofmeister picks off allu. And we're back to a 4 versus 4 with Friberg on 26 points of health as well. And we're very evenly matched for this round.
Yeah, I would still say that this favors Fnatic, though. 30 seconds left on the board. They have to do something now, at least. I mean, you don't want to just end it up with having 2 seconds left and you can't manage to plant the bomb, so you got to get a move on here.
here we go. It is Forest that will be on board with. He has, I think, KRIMZ coming from behind, and now pronax in front of him. There is, flusha. And Forest again has 2 this round. Friberg has 1 more, and then KRIMZ 2 of his own. Friberg and Forest both go down. He's going to charge in, try and put that bomb down. Get right, jumps around the corner, and he and Xizt combine to dispatch of KRIMZ, and Fnatic's lead has been dropped to just 3 rounds, but an expensive one at that in the last one.
Yeah, but just looking at NiP's economy here, they're blooming. You know, they're spending the big bucks. Doesn't really matter. They're getting payouts.
Scoots money gif.
Yeah, Scoots money, and then for Fnatic's side, basically NiP stole all their money.
Wow.
They came in and they took it.
There we go. It's going to be Forest to lead the assault with Friberg, and they will clean out 3 quick frags. pronax has 2 flashes to try and make it awkward, but it's even more awkward when Friberg puts him down. 13-11, 2 rounds, game on. Fnatic's lead has been eroded down to just 2, and they now need a confidence-boosting round win.
Yeah, and again, as you can see, I was complaining on NiP's T side there that they're not really doing anything in particular. They're just trying to go for picks. Fnatic's actually doing the same thing as NiP's doing. They're trying to opt for picks. They are getting some picks. Now you see double ops coming in from Fnatic. We'll see if that helps. But when things like that isn't working, you need to try and stick together here and just try and do something together with a smoke round. Doesn't really matter if maybe a fake. At least do something, because you keep on getting picked apart here.
It's Friberg and olofmeister who will duel over at Ivy. And Friberg has done some 28 points of health to his opposite number. And rattle off shots into the smoke as olofmeister looks to escape and rejoin the party over at Long B. But Fnatic with the bomb over at B stairs will move in with flusha, pronax, and another as they charge in towards get-right territory, who retreats quickly. olofmeister picks up the first frag onto Forest, and so rarely is it even as the entry frag. Xizt returns to favor. JW goes down. Bomb quickly planted by pronax as get-right looks to try and salvage this B bomb site. As KRIMZ to his right has some form of awareness that he's there, and in fact has 3 Fnatic players just lining up those 3 trains as he fires on through. Still a 4-on-4, in fact, despite how long that bomb has ticked down. And it'll be get right now, looking to flank, comes around the back, first frag, pronax goes down. Will he get the second with the help of his teammates? Surely no. flusha still fragging strong. Got Friberg and get right. olofmeister and that all charge around that corner. Dispatch of the defusing Xizt, and allu will have no time to act. And there is that confidence-boosting round win for Fnatic. They go to 14. They are just 2 away from victory here, but that one could have gone either way.
Yeah, NiP played the smart in the afterplan, just waiting for the smokes to fade and trying to retake the bomb site after the smokes were gone. Fnatic hitting their shots and managed to hold the afterplants, and that's what I was talking about. Just stick together. If you can't get the picks, do something together. Just do a smoke round. They managed to go in there and just smoke off lower after they got the initial peek on to get right, get the bomb down, and just play afterplants, and it worked out for them.
14-11. NiP looking for a very quick response to let this going to map point. We trade frags as get right is dropped. Meanwhile, JW downed on the other side. Charging around that corner is allu with a insta-AWP frag onto KRIMZ. pronax will be the next as Xizt riddles his groin, I guess you could say, with bullets. flusha follows up. allu is out for the count as NiP wait for incoming in the shape of olofmeister, who has eyes on the prize at the bottom of those stairs. olofmeister and flusha to go up against, well, what was Xizt. And he got a point-blank AWP down. Forest and Friberg still left standing.
Oh, Fnatic are playing this so cool. Here we go. They're expecting NiP to think that they're going to be in there and just plant, and NiP just playing it cool and collective as well, just trying to stick together on the A-bomb site. If they do manage to plant, or if they do plant on the B-bomb site, they're trying to retake it if they want to, or they are to save. But they're sticking together.
Would you save at 14-11?
I'm just saying if they wanted to. Instead of just playing 1 on each side, because then if you end up getting dropped, then it's a 1-on-2, and you're not going to have that much of a fun time. So
hand in hand, the 2 ninjas walk over towards the B bomb site. So they will lead in with Friberg. It's flusha who will spy first, and the real question is who will blink first here at B. flusha spies. Back of Friberg, connects onto his head, and now it's all on Forest, 1 versus 2. This would be a time for him to deliver another twofer as he goes in with 3 seconds to try and get that defused. Do no more as flusha finishes off, and Fnatic take us to map point. It is 15-11. The moment the temperature began to rise, they just turned the screw.
Yeah, and again, initially when, because I was going to complain of pronax because he managed to drop down the bomb in Pop Dog, but again, olofmeister played it so smart. He smoked it off. He just waited for Xizt to push through the smoke. It was kind of like he felt that he even waited like probably over 10 seconds, and later on, you know, Xizt, he goes through the smoke. Olof is there waiting for him.
Hand in the cookie jar moment.
Yeah.
NiP need to win 4 to take us to an overtime here as pronax is naded down to 50 points of health. Doable here on Train. Remember, this is when Train gets exciting. There are lots of tie games. Weeks back in the old days. Guys, sound. Forest picks himself up a frag onto olofmeister. Remember, it was NiP World Cyber Games 2007 where this was sensational back in the day.
Was that the Wally round?
Yep.
I remember.
It's got a million.
I remember some of it.
Million views on YouTube, kids. Xizt picks himself up a headshot onto pronax before KRIMZ returns the favor. Now, 4 on 3. He's quickly leveled up by KRIMZ. Allu dropped before Forest says enough is enough. flusha now will pick up the running and will get the first as Get Right comes in and returns the favor. That will be Fnatic dropping that round and allowing NiP back up to 12. You pull it into 3, but you feel that that round was close. Those exchanges could have gone either way. And we are balanced on a knife edge between Fnatic heading over the line or NiP pulling us back.
Yeah, and Fnatic, again, low on money. You're not going to see a full buy here. Potentially it's going to be a 15 to 13 scoreline here, and it's going to get close.
Where's your money?
I kind of want to say overtime.
I'd like to say overtime.
Is there overtime?
It's a league format. Anyway, here we go.
Actually, okay, yeah.
It'll be Forest to pick up the frag onto olofmeister, Friberg, and and Friberg will get the next 3, and it'll just be broken and mop it up. It is going to be 15-13.
Yeah. Okay. When I watched season 1 and FACEIT, I do believe it's going to be overtime, and it's MR5. Yeah.
There you go.
So we're in for could potentially be 2 maps in a row here, if it's going to go into a few overtimes.
So let's cheer for overtime. They wheeled out us 2 old people. They can give us overtime, damn it.
I agree.
Don't put me back in that home. So olofmeister lies in wait for Friberg on the other side. A little bit of damage done from the nade. He and pronax both have taken some hits, but not enough to keep them out of the fight as Friberg moves through the smoke and lies in wait for olofmeister, who will just be past that next smoke as it explodes. And now we'll wait as Friberg peeks. Friberg will see nothing of the incoming olofmeister, who connects. Next is JW to get the frag, and Fnatic are now just 3 away. Make that 2. KRIMZ onto allu. It's Xizt to try and save the day, but he can go no further. Get Right shall fall. And Fnatic will pick themselves up around the win here on Train. 16-13 over NiP. Your thoughts on Fnatic's victory?
They won.
They won.
I called it.
I think you did call it.
I
But you were urging the NiP side on. You
oh, well, as I was saying, you know, starting T side, they need to warm up. I still said it's going to be a close match, but I did have Fnatic as the favorites, and they showed it there as well. I think both teams had a pretty sloppy T side in general, just not really working on the strength of the map, which is basically smoke outside, smoke inner, get the bomb down, work after plant. Instead, they just kept on getting picked apart, 1 by 1, every single round. The rounds that they managed to actually win was basically when they out-aimed their opponents. And that's not something that, especially when you play against a team like NiP or Fnatic, it's not something you should generally rely on.
If you had to pick a man of the match to win a signed Fifth Laren Twitch t-shirt, who would it be?
Are we signing a t-shirt now?
I
was going to say, I mean, we raided the FACEIT office. We should, give away something.
How about we give away
Do we have anything here?
There's a pen.
We have like a
Twitch Samwang.
Yeah. I was waiting for the wheel or something just to give away a skin.
They don't like us.
Oh, he's cutting the feed now.
Right.
Oh, it's here. Okay, can you reach that?
Maybe.
Let's see.
Oh.
Let's give away something. DDK just came in. He's worried. Okay, what do we have here? Okay, so we have a chroma case. So it's a bunch of cases, I think. What's this? Oh, EC parts. What's this say? We have. Okay. Oh, esports.
Can we give away a date with DDK?
We should.
Okay.
That's esports. If we roll on esports, that's a date with DDK. I'm not sure.
FACEIT are paying for it.
Obviously, they will fly you out, or maybe they won't, but they will do something.
It'll be in London. They're not going to fly.
Yeah.
Or at the next LAN final, you get a date with DDK at somewhere like a Pizza Express or something better than that.
Yeah, he can't afford anything, so you gotta be. You're gonna have to be sure that it's a cheap date.
We'll get him.
But
really
nonetheless, it's gonna be with DDK.
We'll
so we
get
have
him really drunk.
Yeah, and now James just walked in because he's apparently really angry right now. He's done.
Angry James is here.
He's coming over. Oh, he's not happy right now.
He's taking it away.
Yes! Okay, what do we get?
Oh, it was almost
no,
esports.
Come.
Yes. How do we know who won?
I don't know. I think that he actually ruined it.
I think they just cut us off. Like, they've got rid of the backdrop. We're onto some like Mac playlist.
Do we have a winner, or do we have to redo it? Oh, we can do it during the break.
Basically, what he just said in my ear was only the FACEIT casters allowed to have fun.
Oh.
Us Twitch people, not so much.
Yeah, apparently we're done for today, and we are not allowed to come back.
So we don't know who's going to bring you NiP versus Flipside, which is your next game.
And we don't know who won.
But we had lots of fun. It's going to be DDK and Threat.
Yes.
So part-timers, they only show up for the second game. I mean, geez.
Leave the oldies for the exciting one.
We're going back to our old folks' home, so thank you very much for having us. Hope we entertained you. Fifth hour and a pleasure as always.
Yep.
And join us again in just a moment for NiP versus Flipside, DDK and Threat.